Hello, 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 everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week so far. I know it's been I guess it all depends. The weather has been going up and down, back and forth, doing its own thing, right? As with life, everything just does its own thing. So I just like to just say, well, we're all here, we're alive. We need to be thankful for just that because it could be worse. So, but I do hope and pray that you all are having a wonderful, wonderful week. I am streaming live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you are not able to see it on one, you can always hop to the other because you just never know. With everybody online these days, technology can just be, who knows, right? You never know what happened. But I would like to welcome, welcome, welcome each and every one of you to Wind Down Wednesdays with Jovita. Hey, how are you? I am happy, happy, happy. Today is a good day. I want to say in advance, I apologize for my voice because I was not feeling well this morning, but the Lord saw fit for me to get better throughout the day so that I could come and pour into each one of you. So, with that said, did you know that today is National Apple Pie Day? Interesting, right? I told y'all there's a day for everything. Also, National Fruit Cocktail Day. I haven't had fruit cocktails since I was in elementary school, and that was many, many moons ago, right? So, but I know that some people still love fruit cocktail, but it's National Fruit Cocktail Day. So if you love apple pie, go get yourself an apple pie. If you love fruit cocktail, go ahead and eat some fruit cocktail. Today is also National Receptionist Day. So for those of you who have receptionists, just thank them. And if you didn't thank them today, you can thank them tomorrow because it's never too late to say thank you and show your appreciation to anyone. May is also Arthritis Awareness Month, Blood Pressure Awareness Month. This is a funny one, y'all. May is National Egg Month. Can you believe it? National Egg Month. Anyway, who knew, right? And it's also this week here is Women's Health Week. So, and also you guys know that we are talking about mental health because May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. So just those are the little fun facts that I like to share with everybody because sometimes we just don't know. Hey everyone. So we just don't know what we don't know. So I take the time to go research and look these things up so that you guys can know and kind of laugh at some of this thing. Yes, Crystal, there is a calendar for all of this. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with our topic. Today's Wind Down Wednesday topic is Mental Health 101, how to cope with anxiety. I thought this was fitting, being that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, that we talk about the things that we don't want to talk about as far as mental health is concerned and to find ways to deal with it. So last week I did express to you guys that I do suffer from some form of anxiety. So I wanted to explain anxiety a little bit further. So do you sometimes, feel anxious, worried, scared? Do you feel that way sometimes? I know for me that I do feel that way sometimes, and it all depends on the situation, right? So, well, these are some symptoms of anxiety. Dictionary.com, I did a little research for you guys today. Dictionary.com defines anxiety as a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Now, how many of you, have that feeling from time to time, like you're just uncertain, but you get that anxious, like your nerves, your heart start beating fast, you get all warm inside. Some people may get warm, some people may get like the face is just flushed, just all that stuff. You just feel it because you're anxious, you're nervous. I mean, before you go and talk to a crowd of people, some of you may feel that nervousness feeling, and that is a symptom of anxiety. Well, I just want you to know that anxiety could actually be a disorder too. So we have to think of it as two things. It's anxiety, and then you have anxiety disorder. I know that some of us suffer from some of these symptoms when we worry, and when we're afraid of the unknown. But it is a normal reaction. It's a normal emotion. Like anxiety is a normal thing. However, if it's not controlled, it could lead to an anxiety disorder. Just keep that in mind. If it's not controlled, it can lead to an anxiety disorder. But there's a difference, though, between the two. For starters, anxiety is normal and it usually comes with the stresses of everyday life, such as feeling nervous before speaking in front of a large crowd of people, or feeling worried about your finances, worried about your kids, worried about your family, worried about where your next meal is going to come from. Just worry, that feeling of worriness, that is anxiety, right? And when we're afraid because we don't know what's going to happen, that's anxiety, right? So, but anxiety disorder, on the other hand, takes those feelings a step further and it starts to affect your physical well being, such as you have increased irritability, like just more than normal. You have the inability to concentrate, to focus. You have the ability to fall asleep and stay asleep throughout the night. This is the anxiety disorder. That's symptoms of that because it takes anxiety on a whole nother level. Because all of those symptoms that I called are symptoms of anxiety. However, when it's increased, intensified, then you need to be concerned, especially if you don't know how to cope. And also remember, before you go and self-diagnose yourselves, seek medical attention, seek medical help, just seek advice from a medical professional so that they can properly diagnose you with whatever you have, because you may just still just have just regular anxiety, but just this particular day or week it just went to the 10th level. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that stuff in mind about anxiety. However, so I think that is more than enough reason for us to just be able to learn to cope with those feelings of anxiety, because we don't want it to get so far out of control that it leads to the anxiety disorder. We want to catch it before it gets there. And I just came up with three ways that I believe that you can actually cope with anxiety. Awareness is number one. Just being aware. You must be able to recognize what you are feeling and know how to determine if it's just normal anxiety or is it a little bit more. Because if it's a little bit more, then you might need to consider, and I use the word consider lightly, you might need to consider seeking medical advice just to be sure you're okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, however you bad or negative you thought about it, is nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Second, acknowledgement. You must learn to acknowledge what's triggering those anxious feelings. Once you know what triggers your anxious feelings, then you know how to deal with it. That could be taking deep breaths. That could be counting to 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever the number is you choose before you respond or act to whatever the situation is. I mean, that's just one way, because once you are aware and then you acknowledge it, you'll be able to just better deal with and cope with anxiety. And that's the goal here. We want to be able to cope with it because we don't want it to go any further. We don't want it to go into a disorder. We don't, because then you're going to need to do more. You may have to do medication. You may have to seek out other remedies to kind of help with that. So it's important for you to be aware and acknowledge. But most importantly, out of those two A's, and there's one more A I got for you, most importantly, you have to accept. Accept the fact that you are going to have these anxious feelings depending on the situation. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. That means you're just a normal person going through normal everyday life stress. But what you have to be aware of is what is triggering that and how far has it taken you. Is it starting to affect your physical well-being? Because when it gets to that point, then there's major concern. But if you are aware of it and you can kind of just cope with it, use different coping mechanisms to just deal with it, to calm yourself down, relaxation techniques and all that, then you'll be able to just not worry about it going any further, right? So that's our goal here. We want to find different ways to cope with anxiety. But just know that if it is more intense and you need to seek medical attention, then please do so. Please do so quick, fast, in a hurry, because what affects you affects others around you, right? So you have to remember that, because sometimes we think it's just all about us, and really and truly, it's not all about us. And that's just kind of what they've been trying to drill in our heads about this COVID-19. It's just not always all about us. You could perfectly be fine. You really could. And you may have nothing. But in the event that you do, you could infect others around you. So that's something you just need to keep in mind. It's bigger than you sometimes. A lot of things are just bigger than you sometimes. But as with anything, you guys, you have medically related, please seek medical advice. Please seek the medical advice, because what I'm telling you is what I've researched, what I've learned, what I've experienced, and things that have helped me. And so once you recognize what it is, so you're aware, awareness is key, acknowledgement, and acceptance. Those are the 3 A's that you have to do, how you can cope with anxiety. And it takes us, and it takes a village, and we are a village, and we are a community that's willing to help everybody else understand different things. I advise you to go out and research it on your own. Don't take my word for it as golden, because we all have different interpretations of what we read and what we research. So I want you to research it on your own, because you may find something else. And when you find something else that could be off or different than what I said, please share it. Please definitely share it with me, because I like to learn and I like to know about things, because all that stuff affects me. So again, I thank you guys. I truly, truly, truly thank you for joining me tonight on Wind Down Wednesdays. If you have not picked up your book yet, I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and do so, because I am starting to get hits and stuff about this book club, virtual book club that I am starting. And if you would like to be a part of the virtual book club, please send me an email at info@jovitanmiller.com. That is INFO at jovitanmiller.com. For those who don't know how to spell my name is spelled Jovita, Victor, ITA. Okay. So I thank you guys again. Go ahead and get your book, In Between the Sheets, Pulling Back the Covers to Enhance Your Sexual Experience, and also get my other book that I'm a co-author in, Sister in Arms, The Black Diamond Experience, Our Rise to Significance. I thank you guys. And if you want to join our book club, please do email me and let me know. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. And see you next week for Wind Down Wednesdays with Jovita. Yeah, that's delicious. All right. Bye.